Hi, I'm Cammie and I'll be talking about what college students know about food security implications for agricultural education. The traditional college student was one who began college right after high school and were financially dependent on their parents, but this student is becoming a minority on college campuses. There's an increasing number of students enrolling in college who are financially on their own, and this is causing food insecurity to be a problem on college campuses. Taxpayers invest a lot of money in higher education. In 2017 alone, over $122 billion was invested in student aid. Taxpayers also spend a lot of money on food assistance programs. However, college students are not receiving the benefits from these programs. If college students are hungry, then they aren't learning. And if they aren't learning, then this leads to retention and degree completion issues. If students aren't finishing their degrees or dropping out of college, then all of the money that taxpayers have invested is now being wasted. So what's a college to do? I asked students what they would do if they were food insecure and what they thought would be effective strategies to help food insecure students on campus. The target population was the undergraduate student body at Oklahoma State University. The students scanned a QR code with their smartphone, completed the survey, and then received $5. I had enough funding for 400 respondents, and this was provided by the Agricultural Leadership Work Group and the Department of Agricultural Economics. Only half of the students at Oklahoma State University are food insecure. When asked if students knew that college students could receive SNAP benefits, less than half the students were aware of this. Only 2% of those students currently received SNAP benefits. And when asked if they were aware that there was a local community food pantry, less than half of the students knew that Our Daily Bread, the local food pantry, was in Stillwater. When asked what type of behaviors students would engage in, the majority of the behaviors they chose were anonymous, such as accepting a $50 gift card or attending a campus event with free food. However, only half of the students believed that applying for SNAP or getting food from a pantry would be a behavior they would engage in. When asked what they thought would be effective, a lot of the same strategies were chosen, except now students believed that accepting food from a campus-based pantry or a community pantry would be effective, and the number of students who thought SNAP would be effective increased by 25%. Food insecurity is a major problem at Oklahoma State University. Food insecurity was experienced more in students who lived off campus, but food insecurity was experienced by all students regardless of classification and gender. Students are generally unaware that they can receive benefits from SNAP. When we looked at the qualifications for SNAP based off the number of hours that students worked per week, 25% of students could qualify to receive these benefits. Students are also generally unaware of Our Daily Bread Food and Resource Center. Students were most interested in receiving anonymous aid and less interested in receiving formal aid from formal sources such as SNAP. Students believed accepting aid from an anonymous source would be extremely effective to help combat food insecurity. And they thought that using a food pantry or accepting federal aid benefits, they thought it to be effective, but they weren't very likely to do so. Receiving SNAP benefits or food from a pantry helps to meet the basic need of food, which is what's very important for college students. Students need to realize that SNAP and WIC are just another form of financial aid sponsored by the government. Standardizing aid through a centralized office could help students understand the information needed to apply for this. Also, there's not been an instrument developed to study food insecurity specifically among college students, and that's something that needs to be addressed so we can get a better understanding of what's truly going on with college students. If you scan the QR code, this will take you to my instrument that was used in this study. Thank you.